Hello everyone. How is everyone today on this Friday before the 4th of July? Yes, indeed, you all have a safe, fun 4th of July weekend. Yes, so this is Friday Night Treats with Tina. This is Tina, the Keto Coach, here with you on every Friday, of course, at 1 o'clock. So I think I've been put in Facebook jail because I tend to share my videos to a lot of Facebook groups, and I guess maybe one or two of them didn't like it so much, but that's okay. So I'm making a decision anyway because I don't have time to figure out who that is or why or whatever. I'm going to just really keep my focus starting next week, probably more so on Instagram, but still have everything uploaded. But I'm just not going to share to groups anymore, only groups specific to me and everything in my platform brand. So I'm just hoping that anybody that actually really likes my presentation and what I'm offering, I'm offering health alternatives, although I'm not a doctor, I have no licensure, but I'm speaking from my experience, my weight loss experience, and it's a continuous journey for me. So if you all are still interested in this, definitely, subscribe on Instagram. You can still on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'm on, what else? LinkedIn and everything. I really appreciate it. And those of you that already follow me, thank you so much. I did try to put out a post last week and I got blocked, or somehow I wasn't able to share as much, to just thank everyone that has been supporting me and following me. I'm just one person, everything. I keep saying once I master my editing skills, I'll probably go ahead and start editing my content and then putting it up like that so it can maybe even look more polished and everything, which is fine. That's cool. Hi Instagram family, love you much. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yes. So basically, as you can see, the new hair change, and pretty soon you're going to see some more changes. I'm considering something that most people may consider drastic. But when I get them, I'll still be wearing the wigs, but later on, I'm considering getting micro locks. Yes, trying to save my own hair. And thanks, Karen. She's going to be my loctician and everything. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Yes, bless her heart. I haven't gone to her yet. I went to her for consultation, Miss Karen. And it's a place here in my area called Loving My Locks. That they're awesome people. They do excellent work and do excellent job and everything. So that's who's going to be doing my hair. I haven't decided exactly when as of yet. I'm discovering that the micro locks aren't as expensive as what they call the sister locks and everything. So just to share that with you all and everything. And thanks again, Karen, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'll be in touch for sure. No question about it. Yes, so today on Friday Night Treats with Tina the Keto Coach, I'm going to be making keto beef stroganoff. Only difference is I try to make sure my ingredients are congruent to the ketogenic lifestyle. Nothing has starches, no corn starches. I'm not using any soy. And I'm using actual, of course, us keto people and carnivore people, real meat. Yes. So I got my stir-fried beef that I'm going to open up here. Matter of fact, I just want to cut some up a little bit. Put this in here. It's the stir-fry kind. I don't want it to be too big and chunky and bunky. Just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and see if my pan is getting a little hot here. Because this pan, it gets hot quick. So I did not want to, put anything in it as of yet. So I'm putting my olive oil here. Just a little bit of olive oil. And remember, keto, you make sure you are eating and that you are eating enough. This isn't low fat, no standard American diet mess here, for sure. You got to make sure that you are truly eating enough. Sometimes I have clients, they're not eating enough, and you need to eat the fattier meat. And of course, I'm struggling with learning to eat the organs of the animals, especially the cow and the bison if you can get it, which is extremely healthy for your body. Extremely healthy, So, and the only veg that I have, of course, is the seasoning veg, which is the onions, and I have the mushrooms and everything that I'm going to add in here too. So I'm making nice little strips. Oh, this was cut pretty good, so that's a good thing. And like I said, yes, everybody's on a budget. It is preferable that you use grass-fed meats and all of that stuff, organic, But if you're not able to do that, I'm not in a position as of yet to do that myself. I use regular store-bought from my local grocer meats, and that's been great for me. Now, I'm getting a feeling that I'm probably one of those people, and you all know how much of a long-term struggle being ketogenic has been for me. It takes me much longer to lose weight and everything. And most people, when they see me in public, they're like, "Oh my God, you're tiny." I'm like, "Thank you," but I'm sure they mean by height and everything. But yeah. But it takes me much longer. But I'm sure I'm one of those people. If I did the grass-fed meats and all of that stuff, and ordered from a couple of companies that I'm interested in that specialize in getting your meat specifically, let me turn this fire down, specifically from certain places, I might see a drastic result, But most people don't have to go to the extremities that I have to go through and everything, trying to keep my health aligned. Luckily, the health and the numbers are looking good, but I still would like to look a certain way. And I'm interested in possibly getting in more. I do work out, and I work out a lot. I'm interested in learning more about weight training and bodybuilding, specifically for women like me over 50. So I'm impressed by that when I see people that are actually doing those things. And I do lift weights. I do work out a whole lot. I do aerobic. After I do my aerobic exercise, I do my weightlifting. So basically, about 4 to 5 days a week, it takes me about an hour and 45 minutes to complete my workout session. So yeah, I'm not playing. I'm not playing. So that's where you have it here. Let me turn this back up again. Wow. Kind of simmered down. I don't want it to do that. And speaking of this dish, beef stroganoff, but it's keto beef stroganoff. I haven't had beef stroganoff in a while. I had some homemade many moons ago when I was a kid. And of course the hamburger helper style. And I love that flavor and that taste. So I found a recipe and I'm making it my own. And that's one thing about when you're following whatever type of a lifestyle. I don't like to call them diets. This is a lifestyle for me. You have to be able to think of what your favorite dishes are and your favorite desserts and determine that you want to create an alternative type. Sometimes with keto, since these are basically entrees and eating meats and things, sometimes you don't have to go but so far out of the box. Cutting this meat. I got a little bit more. There's more in that package than what I thought. Let me put this on the side. Wash my hands. Get me something to spread it around. I love this little thing. My sister purchased this for me. Thank you, Shavi. Yeah, that's her name. Very different and unique. So I'm going to move this around. I'm going to start adding some of my seasonings to this right now, so it can really get in. Of course, regular old-fashioned salt and pepper. See if I can get this in here. Or do I have, okay, here we go. And this is my Himalayan salt. I like Himalayan salt, Celtic salt, or Redmond's real salt. Excellent salts to have. And when you're definitely keto and you're not deterring from that, you'll find that your body, you have to make sure you're getting enough salt, potassium, and magnesium in your diet. Interesting how we usually are told the opposite of that. No salt, watch your salt. But no, you have to be eating this way. Don't play with this. That's when I made a conscious decision to stick to this as a permanent lifestyle. I don't even refeed or cheat. I don't have cheat days on regular stuff. I even go as far as if I'm going to go into an activity or some type of festivity, I bring my own food. Yes, I do. It's not that hard. I might do a show on that and what does that look like, what does that mean, and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and cut up this onion. Get this plastic out of the way. And I recycle, that's why I didn't throw that away. Let me get my little vegetable cutting board, different cutting board. Take this stuff off. And I'm going to add some more seasonings and some more things to it, for sure. And stuff like this is kind of like making something that's a little bit like a stew or a soup. Doesn't matter the order that you put it in by. Not at all. Because I want this onion to soften. Let's pull this up. Yeah, guys, for some reason, I guess, I don't know how or who, but that's okay. Sometimes people change their pages based on they're looking for other sorts of content to use for their pages. So no harm, no foul. You know, so whatever group, like I said, I don't have time to really go through and look or whatever. But I'll still support whoever it is, I'll still support them anyway. Sometimes you got to remember that a lot of businesses make certain decisions and they make changes, and that is okay. We all make changes, especially as business owners. We do. We really do. I'm adding the onion in here. All it takes is just about a half an onion. And next I'm going to move this onion out the way, some of these mushrooms. Well, let me go ahead and add my garlic seasoning. Like I said, to your own taste. I know some of you go, oh my God, I need measurements. No, you don't. You know what you like. You know what you taste. Be bold. Don't be afraid. So this was the Mrs. Dash garlic one, and this is the onion one. And I'm going to put a little bit of what they call thyme in here. Add some coconut aminos. You don't need nothing but a tablespoon. Coconut aminos are basically an alternative to soy sauce. It tastes exactly the same. There's no variance and no difference in it at all. Add some of that. And some Dijon mustard. Oh, take this plastic off of here. I'm going to put maybe like a little bit of a tablespoon in there. And of course, this is the beginning stage. You can add more or less as you cook it. Mix this around. Next, I'm going to add my beef broth. Add about, maybe not quite the whole thing, maybe like leave a third of it in here. You don't need a whole lot. that spoon in there that had the mustard on it. And I'm going to cut these mushrooms, as I indicated. These are regular white button mushrooms. They've already been washed and cleaned off. Cut some nice pieces, nice chunks. You see that? I didn't want to get the ones that were already sliced at my grocery store. They didn't really look that great. So I didn't want to get that. So I'm just going to cut nice big chunks off of here. Because you know mushrooms, after a while, you know, it's just water. They dissolve and they don't, they get very small after a while. Now if you want to pre-saute your onions and your mushrooms beforehand, you can do that. That gives it a different texture, a different feel. That's fine. You don't have to do this exactly as I'm doing it. Basically, my goal is to show people that when you're following an alternative lifestyle for your health and wellness, you can do things your way. Find the alternative recipes. Case in point, there's a certain company that makes a cake mix. I purchased it. That's keto. Now, most of them, no, they say they are and they're not. But this one, I was surprised. The ingredients were pretty good. So I'll let you all know how that's going to come out to be later on when I do actually make that. Or I might do a demo sometime in the future, because since this is the holiday weekend, you know how we're going to do it. Okay. Next, I'm going to put some cream cheese in here. Yes, cream cheese. I'm wondering if I should put some xanthan gum in here to help thicken it up even more. So I need to put the majority of this cream cheese in here. Whew. About a good 6 ounces worth. I think that's how Stroganoff gets that taste. That kind of a sour creamy taste, and we do put sour cream in this also. So I'm leaving 2 ounces on the side for something else. I already softened this cream cheese. Now this is the type of dish, sometimes of course we don't have hours, but if you get my drift, you could actually make this in a crock pot and have this going all day. You really can. And I'm going to grab this sour cream. I like to pour that water off. I'm going to use this sour cream that's in here. Remember, get the full fat. Remember your keto. Don't bring me that low fat, no fat stuff. Remember, that has all kinds of additives and chemicals that cause all kinds of inflammation in your body. Use all full fat dairy if you can eat dairy, because I realize there are a lot of people that probably wouldn't be able to even eat something like this. So please. Definitely. So far, 19 minutes in. I'm going to add a little bit of xanthan gum to speed up the process a little bit. Wait a minute. And xanthan gum is a thickener like cornstarch, but of course if you're ketogenic you don't want to use cornstarch, but you just want to sprinkle a little bit. It's not even a half a teaspoon that I'm using. That will thicken this whole dish up. It's amazing how this stuff works. Xanthan is Xantham. That's the name of the thickener instead of your cornstarch. And you want, like, there is some information out there as to why cornstarch isn't as good to use as we want to think. No, it's not. It causes all kinds of problems in the body and inflammation. That's the other piece. If you can master the oils that you're using, if you can master looking at the ingredients of your seasonings, you're good. Let me see if this at least have that taste. Yes. I'm going to add a little bit more thyme. Add a little bit more thyme, get it? It does have that flavor. And I'm going to get me some garlic. Fresh garlic this time. And add in it. Come on, skin, garlic skin. I keep saying I'm going to get that stuff where you can roll the garlic and the skin pops off. Because you will get garlic fingers. And you know, I got my smasher. I love this thing. I love the way it smashes the garlic down. I just want to show. See my Instagram people? Look at that. That fresh garlic coming out of there. See that? See that? Just a little bit. Don't need but so much because I already used the seasoned garlic. Move this around. See, we're really cooking here. Now, look, now I'm worried because it's like, okay, thicken up. I know you all don't have all day and I don't have all day. So what helps me is I'm not sharing to the other groups through Facebook anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and just let it ride and seem like I'm getting more traction on Instagram. So that's what I'm doing, basically. Oh yes. Letting this bubble and boil. Let me get rid of some stuff. On the side. I'm going to wrap up my onion, put this on the side. I recycle, so I'm going to rinse this out and put it in my recycle bin. I might put a little bit more coconut aminos in here. A little bit more. Like I said, to your taste. Fine. Some Dijon mustard. Yes, it is looking good, and it is starting to thicken up some. And what I want to try, I know you all seen me spiralize the zucchini, but I found it in a grocery store. It just has zucchini, doesn't have modified food starch or anything like that. So I'm going to try this. Got it on 7 minutes. This should definitely be a little thicker by then. Just looks very nice. So those of you out there, thank you all for watching me and all of that stuff. All my Instagram folks, I thank you. I thank you. Yes. If you have any ideas or something may come up and you say, well, what would this be like if it was keto? Feel free to send me a message or put a comment in, and I'll see what I can do with the ingredients and try it. Another thing I think I only made one dish last year sometime, the year before last. I love Indian food. No question about it. I love Indian food. So thanks to my DNA ancestry, I found out I have some Southeast Asian ancestry and some Arab ancestry, Filipino and Chinese ancestry, other than obviously African ancestry and European ancestry. That was interesting. I said, well, I guess I got that honest. So I keep saying I was going to use my 23andMe DNA thing to go down and learn the different foods of the cultures and make them keto style. Is that a good idea? You think you all would like to see something like that? So that would be excellent. Let's see. Yes, this is getting there. But I can see this is definitely one of those dishes that you would have to really make early and let it get thick. See, it's starting to, I wish I could show my Instagram family. Let me move this camera around a little bit. See this? Yeah, y'all can see now. It's getting a little thicker. It was real thin. And of course I can't hold it up. Don't want this to spill out. But some of you all can see, even my Instagram folks, you all can see this a little bit. And when you thicken some things up, it brings out the flavor more so. Of course I'm going to add some more salt. And I'm going to remind you, before you start any lifestyle program, exercise program, make sure you consult your doctor. Make sure you consult him or her. That's important. It's nice to have somebody that's going to be, let's say, a support for you medically. Although some people find they have to find doctors that are familiar with and understand the ketogenic and carnivore lifestyle, which is fine, because they're just doing their job. They have to follow evidence-based things, although that changes, and that's okay. Find somebody that will work with you. Because I had to realize when I went this way, it's like, okay, you want me to eat Raisin Bran, an apple, drink orange juice. Then you wonder why some people are still diabetic or even have high blood pressure. It's not the salt, it's the sugar. It's the sugar, it's the added sugar, it's the stuff that says it's sugar. They change the words to it, but you learn all of that. And I teach my clients what to look out for. And some things you don't have to be extremely anal about, because some things will have some sugar in it. How I determine that, like for example, this beef broth, it does have as the last ingredient cane sugar, but it doesn't register. It just has total 1 gram when you look at this. So you got to look at that. Make sure if it is in there, or you can make your own broth, your own beef broth for when you make pot roast or whatever have you. Feel free to do that yourself. That's fine. I'm going to let this thicken up, and it is getting thicker. See? See how it's coating the spoon? See how that's coating the spoon? Thanks for hanging in here with me so we can see the outcome. Now, since I'm not going to post to 30-some Facebook groups anymore, I have time. So that was a lot of time and energy to do that. It took me almost a half hour. Because the way Facebook is set up, you have to go through each one individually and go back and select that you want to do that twice. I'm not doing that anymore. Like I said, my Instagram peeps, thank you. I think I have over 1,300 followers there. Facebook is kind of navigates and stay the same. I'll still, like I said, I'll still keep posting and keep things congruent, you know, because I believe in when you brand, you have to make sure you're the same across the board for whatever social media platforms that you're using. Even in appearance, you don't want to deter from that. But I'm finding if you really want to get information in your business out there, those of you that have business or offer a product or service, Instagram is the ticket to the show. If you're going to have, Facebook is good for people that you already know, and the people that you know, the people that they know and support. But sometimes what you'll find, people see your information, they go through it, but they don't really do a whole lot with it. Rarely. See how thick that's gotten so far? I really want that to get nice and thick. And I do see next time I'll probably saute my onions and my mushrooms. See? And it's okay. Next time I'll put it in a crock pot and let it cook all day, or a stock pot. It's the difference. Stock pot you still use and put on the stove. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. It smells fabulous. See? Just stirring around, and this thing gets hot pretty fast. I love this. And yes, if you all can see, it is pink. My sister knows I like pink and purple, but then I like black and red color combinations also. Despite the time this is taken from beginning to end, it's still better than ordering something out, you know. And plus, at least you know where your hands have been. And your family already has an idea of what that is. Oh, this is looking really nice and creamy. I hope you can see that. Some of you can see this here. Some of you can see this is looking really nice. What I'm doing is what they say to cook down. Cook down. In other words, the water, or whatever water is there, will just evaporate. That's what the steam is. And it will gradually thicken up, although I did add the xanthan gum to help it thicken, so it is speeding up the process. And because your sour cream and your cream cheese can sometimes coagulate, or whatever that word is, I know I may have said it wrong, it helps that blend in together and well, so it won't be as likely to separate. I'm not even going to put the lid on it, because if you put the lid on it, it'll hold the steam, which in turn will make it longer for this to get thick, or it won't get thick at all. So on this temperature, and I know some of you may hear it bubbling and stirring, we're going to take our time and do this. See, you have one of these, you can still entertain and talk to your friends or your family. You know. And this is going to be a nice little meal, for sure. Very nice meal. Look at that. It's so pretty. And you know what I want to add? I'm going to add a little bit of butter, just to give it that extra flavor. Let me get like a tablespoon, plus this helps it thicken also, butter. I think in this type of dish, they don't want you to put butter in the bottom when you're initially sauteing, so that's why I use the olive oil. So I'm going to add the butter. Mix that all around in here. Let it touch everything. Smells so good. Yes, beef stroganoff, keto style. And some of you, I wish you all could have some. You know I share. I'm not sure of the cultural origins of beef stroganoff, but I just know great dish. I haven't had it in years, but I loved it as a kid. And from what I'm tasting, I love it now. Stirring, stirring. I'm going to go ahead and get the zucchini. I'm going to let that zucchini rip for about another minute or so. I haven't been on this long in a long while. But like I said, this is live and I'm really cooking and showing you what the process of what you have to do. And it's worth it. Look at that. Oh, this is nice. My noodles were still a little cold at the bottom. I'm curious to see how they're going to turn out since zucchini is so watery. So I want to save more time was when, instead of me having to upload my videos to the other social media platforms other than Facebook and Instagram, like Twitter and LinkedIn and all that, and information on Pinterest. Yes, I do Pinterest too. And a couple of other minority-owned social media platforms. The one from Isaac Hayes' grandson called Fan Base app. That's by Isaac Hayes. If you remember the R&B musician, his grandson's business. And something called Weekend Folks. I try to go ahead and upload that to them. And I put a little picture on my, Snapchat. Still learning how to use Snapchat. I haven't really got into that as much, but I just put a little, people know I'm there, and where to find me. Oh, this is nice. Look at this. Look at that. See? See that? That xanthan gum really does the number. Xanthan gum and butter. Look at that. It totally sticks to that's when you know if you, as far as your consistency of whatever you dish that you're making, especially in something like this. I don't even know what this thing is called. I guess it's called some type of a fry pan or something. You can bake with it, saute, everything. Look at that. So let's see about this. I'm not a fan of really using a lot of these vegetables in these plastic things. But hey, if you're busy, I'd rather see you eat healthy a little bit than not at all. Don't get caught into because it's not in the fancy dish or it's in the right packaging. If this is better than eating a Snickers bar or whatever, then that's fine. Oh yeah, this has some water in it. Let me pour some of this water out. Yeah, this has a lot of water. squeezing this out. See that? I don't know if you all can see me, but it had a lot of water in here. This is nice for convenience if you want something quick, fast, and in a hurry. Tap some of this water. Ooh, it's hot. Yeah, duh, yes, it's hot. Tap some of this water out. See, it looks pretty nice. See that? And I'm going to season it with salt to get more water out of it. And another thing, a lot of these packaged foods now, it's like, how are people taking care of their families? This is not going to feed a family of 6. Sorry. Mom, dad, sister, brother, and maybe another child. I don't get it. This is so, look at that. See? It thickened a lot. So I'm going to put it on warm. Pull out my plate. Yeah, just a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and get a larger spoon and give myself a nice little serving. So we're going to see what we got. Just showing you a little bit. See? Because I gotta go soon. Yes, we got beef stroganoff. And those of you that were concerned about the onions, they kind of dissolve in here. Delicious. Yum. Just want to say thank you for tuning in. This has been Friday Night Treats with Tina, the Keto Coach. And I am here. Give me some ideas, guys. I'm running out of ideas. I think for the past 2.5 years, I had almost 2.5. I haven't repeated any dishes. So I'm thinking of more dishes that I can use and everything. So give me some ideas. Tell me what you think. And other than that, thank you once again for supporting me and for following me. And make sure you tell your friends, family, and colleagues. And I have information in the description how to reach me. If you have questions or if you want me to be your keto coach, let me know. Thanks. Y'all take care and have a safe 4th of July weekend. Love you all much. Bye-bye.